All right, so this tutorial is how to make a clay rose. You can see how beautiful this is. And the cool thing about this project is that you can make multiple of these, or you can make just one really large rose. It's really up to you. Feel free to have fun with this and make as many as you want or as large as you want. So the way you're going to do this is you have your hunk of clay on your table. You're going to start by taking a small piece. You want your piece to be about the size of your thumb, and you're going to roll it into a ball. On your table, you should have a container of slip. And do not worry, this slip container is only being touched by you today. No one before you or after you will be touching it, so there's no reason to be concerned about COVID spreading or anything like that. So the thing with when you're doing this project is you don't want your clay to get too dry. So make sure after you roll your ball, you're going to grab some of the slip, just a little bit, nothing crazy. I'm going to roll that into it so it's nice and soft. And now I'm going to go and pinch this so it's nice and thin. This is going to form our first petal. You can see I'm getting really thin. You can see I'm also spinning it and pinching at the same time. So now it's a nice little flat little pancake. What we're going to do is we're going to roll it just like this. And there you go. You have your first petal for your rose. After that, put this to the side, grab another ball of clay, grab some slip, maybe put it on there, roll, pinch, and you're essentially doing this the entire time. You're just going to keep getting balls of clay. You're going to pinch them so they're really, really thin pancakes. And it's okay if they're not perfect circles anymore. You can see mine's super lopsided. That's totally fine. What you're going to do is you're now going to wrap this around the outside. See, I'm wrapping. And as you form your petals, you kind of want to peel them so they're going backwards just a little bit. And if yours starts to crack, just grab some more slip and moisten it. And that will make the clay pliable again. All right, second one on. I'm just going to keep going. Ball of clay. This one feels not too dry, so I don't really need to add too much slip. I do see it's cracking a little bit, so I'll grab a little bit. Flat like a pancake. Then when I wrap this next one, you don't want to wrap it on the same side. I mean, if that's a style you like, go for it, but that's not exactly how a rose looks. You want to go the opposite side, wrapped around. Down here, you're just kind of continue pinching this in and kind of smoothing them in each layer. So that way we know they're absolutely connected. There we go. I'm going to peel back that layer. I'm going to smooth it out with some water. Perfect. Just continuing the process. You'll see how easy this is and how quickly you can make this. I mean, you can even get really creative and make a whole bouquet of roses if you have enough time. Pancake, going to the opposite side of the one I just did. Wrapping around. After you wrap, come down to the bottom. You're going to want to smooth that clay in there. If you don't do this, it might not attach properly, so make sure you guys are smoothing that in. After that, I'm going to apply some water to it and then peel it back. There we go. This is looking beautiful. I'm going to do just one more layer just for the sake of this tutorial being shorter. But like I said, you can really build this thing up if you want to. Feel free to have fun with it. I'm pinching, I'm spinning. There we go. All right, let's add my last layer. Apply. Smooth that in. There we go. Last layer, add water. I'm going to peel that back, just like that. Now, most roses, you want to have like a nice little petal coming off, like a green leaf. So I'm going to go and make a leaf now. And the leaf is very similar. I'm going to go and take my clay. I'm going to start with the ball. Then from here, instead of pinching it to a flat pancake, you're going to notice I'm going to be pinching it more into like a more of like a triangle like point. See how I'm trying to get that point in there? I'm not making it as thin as my other layers. I'm making this one a tad bit thicker. Adding some water on there. I kind of like it being a little imperfect. I think it makes it more realistic. If you're making it like super perfect, I mean, that's just not what you see in the real world. That's what you see in comic books and coloring pages and all that. You want to make this thing look as realistic as possible. So I got my cute little imperfections. I'm going to take it down here. And since I'm attaching a really big piece to another really big piece, this time you're going to take your needle tool and you're going to scratch where your petal or your leaf is going to go. I'm going to scratch the bottom half of this guy. And then I'm going to take some slip, and there's nothing to be worried about. This is literally just clay and water. I'm going to attach that leaf. I'm going to just kind of wiggle it into place. And now I can kind of fan it out however I want. And you might have some extra stuff like oozing out from the sides. All you have to do to fix that is grab your paintbrush and you can go and scoop away all of that extra. I'm going to make just one leaf for my rose. Feel free to make as many leaves as you want, okay? And last but not least, when you're done your whole thing, you're happy with the size of it, you're happy with the way it looks, the last thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go and take your paintbrush. If there's any clay on there at that point, scrape the clay off. Just use the water. And you're just going to paint away any imperfections. This is the most satisfying step for the whole project, but this will make it really nice and cleaned up. Just paint away any extra stuff. I'm scraping off any clay that comes with it. Just like that. And then you have a beautiful rose. And like I said, you can make as many of these as you can fit in one class period, or you can make it as big as you want. So good luck and have fun.